Here's a game because it's a fun pod this week. How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? Is this the only one?
No.
How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? Is this the final one?
No.
How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? Is this the final one?
Gotta be.
Let's find out. How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? Is this the final one?
What? How many balls are in your pocket? It gotta be.
Let's find out. How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? Is this the final one?
What is going on, James? Yes, that's the final one. That'll be 5.
Is how many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? How many balls in my pocket? Yep, that's the final one.
Oh, good.
5.
Good.
It's 5.
Yeah.
Nip to have a quick putt whilst I could.
Boff 87 just said these balls should be eggs, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, it's not that cold yet. We're in autumn. That's a winter game. That's a winter game. And also with the heat that radiates from an egg, permeates maybe as well. You're not going to put more than 2 in there. You wouldn't put more than 2. That'd be mental.
You don't need more than 2, really.
Last week, the top comment was every week James has at least one. This could be a new bit that never gets mentioned again.
There's a reason why that is that you can't. The likelihood of finding a new bit for the podcast is very, it's rare. It's very slim. Like you can't just pull out an Ainsley dance. You can't just pull these things out of thin air. You got to let them come naturally. But sometimes, Jim, I think you're searching too hard. Like it's like when you're single and you want a girlfriend. Yeah, you look too hard, you'll never find her. And
then as soon as you get a girlfriend, somehow you're irresistible.
Yeah. What you want to you want to give me a blowjob, okay? And you want to give me a blowjob, and you do as well. Well, I'm married now, so
so at least let me ask. You can't just bring how many balls in my pocket.
Can you imagine that? Right, so Ollie or
quick
Fam,
one. Quick one, love. Right, I know it's loud. I'm in a club.
I know it's a bit unfortunate timing, but for the first time in my life, there's 3 women here that all want to give me a blowjob.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring this to your door. I love you so much, but 3.
Can I?
3's a lot.
Can I have a go?
Yeah.
Because this never happened before you came along, and now it's happening, so I can't.
What do you think the answer would be?
I think the answer, there would be no answer. I think they would be hung up on. They would get hung up.
Oh, really? Okay. That's not a no. That's not a no, though, is it? Then you're in murky waters, aren't you? Then you're in murky waters.
No, but I do think, I don't know how everybody else thinks about this, but I do think there is a difference when a man cheats and a woman cheats.
Go on.
Like, it doesn't really matter when a man does it? That's a joke.
I think a large percentage of men would want to agree with you at the very least, because it serves your privilege.
Hey, is this a podcast or the mailbag?
Yeah, it feels a bit mailbag. No, this is podcast.
Oh, all right, I'll be quiet. Become a patron. Listen to the mailbag every single week where we discuss things like this.
Yeah, these are the roads we go down. Great. Yeah. So 316 likes on this from James McMahon. Every week, James has at least one. This could be a new bit. You're right. I do look to push it because I like to be prepared. I want us to be moving forwards and only forwards. But as you said, what's great is today, essentially, we got some football chat, but it's international break. I've got all sorts. We've got some mad places where people are listening to the pod. We've got us living in people's heads rent free. We've got This Isn't Normal, which I'd like to get your take on. We've got a power move from you and me from last week's podcast. which I didn't even realise. And we've got an update on Stinkgate, which I don't know if everyone remembers this from a couple of weeks ago, which actually led to another bit. So I truly, I don't know what I'm worried about, where we got into football characters, but there were a pair that had a body odor problem. And in the mailbag, we got an update, but I didn't read it at the time because I'm excited about doing it right now.
These are the characters that you find when you go to the football. Yeah.
I've got a calling it as well, and I've got a celebration. And I've got a living rent-free, new bit. And why did I say that? Lots.
Tons of stuff. We've got to talk about the football as well. But you know what I've got?
Go on.
Together, we've got a video that's on 43K. That was last week. It was our podcast.
Yep.
And podcast you did with Cam, 27K. So remember your bread is buttered.
Noted. Got 2 videos out of Cam.
Let's not. We'll just focus on the one.
Okay, that's fine. Right, football. I've got 4 words here for you. I've got Parma. I've got England. I've got Liverpool. I've got overlap.
Oh, not overlap.
What really happened at the overlap this week? We still doing that?
Not a lot. I guess. I don't know. What do you tell me? Did you watch it? We talked about all the football.
You got There's an Arsenal fan who's actually a QPR fan, isn't he? Isn't that guy actually a QPR fan?
I don't know. I had preconceived ideas of that young man before he came on the overlap, and naturally, when you meet people in real life, you know, he's just. It's just an all bloke.
Stoker Bob says that Scholesy loves you. It does a little twinkle in his eye when he talks to you, I think. It feels very comfortable. I will say that. It does feel comfortable.
He is very relaxed. And it's a nice thing to do. It's just such a long way, Jim. But anyway, I'm not complaining. It's a nice thing to do. And Carragher said, Ben Bowman coming for you. Is there a problem with it? And I was like, no, it's not a problem. He's just a piece of shit doing jokes. He said he did the Gokares jeans. It looks like he's playing football in jeans joke, and that went viral. And Carragher says, I was surprised to see you back. And I was like, great. Good, I'm under threat by something I've created. I'm under threat by no. Scholes is lovely, man. He's just such a down to earth, lovely bloke.
Yeah,
and you know, you look at him and you think, there's no way that geezer was one of the best midfielders the Premier League's ever seen.
It's amazing, isn't it? Is there a player that looks like you know, you see people like, you know, when you play like 5 side, 6 side, you'll see certain people, and very quickly, like one pass, and you go, he's all right. Or
he can play. The boy can play. Sure often you can do it by how they walk on the pitch. I used to find when I used to play 5-a-side, you can tell if someone can play generally about how they gait.
Maybe the get up as well, like the clothing. That's a good one. What are key things for you when it comes to knowing before a ball's been kicked if someone's good at football or not? Like, I think going too far, like if you're looking, because you don't look too neat either. There needs to be an element of casualness there. You don't want to overdo it. Thing is now, everyone keeps the socks low. No one's wearing shin pads. Like back in the day, on when we were making our way towards the world we're in now, where you don't even wear shin pads, it was more about wearing. Could you wear small shin pads as opposed to big like Sondico ankle ones?
I remember playing an 11-a-side. It was Tottenham versus Scotland. In memory of John White. And I played in this game for some reason. I was invited to play, and I don't know why, but
is this I played. The one with, who was the guy? Did someone munch you? It was a centre-back.
Yeah, fucking Danny Maddox.
Oh, was it
Danny Maddox did.
No, I was thinking someone else, but yeah, go on.
Like, Danny Maddox played for Spurs, and I played for Scotland. It didn't make any sense. But Danny Maddox, it was Danny Maddox and Stuart Nethercott.
That's it, Stuart Nethercott.
Right, people who watch Stuart Nethercott play, you realise he was rubbish. But when you play against him, you realise he's not rubbish. He's really, really good. It's just, and they're really competitive. And I got done from my knee to my ankle, scraped by Danny Maddox. Anyway, what was the point here I was making? Yeah, to get on the pitch, they said you haven't got any fucking, shin pads. Yeah. And I'm like, well, it's up to me if I wear shin pads, isn't it? Well, you fucking... And they said, no, it ain't, actually. This is a certain... Safety. Yeah, we have to ensure...
Mr. McFlav.
So I got some cardboard that I ripped up and put them down my socks.
I've done that. Evening Standard, I used to grab an Evening Standard. I'll do the job. Yeah, I Do you know what I did this week? I don't think I've even told you this. I was so Troy said, "Do you want to come and watch Southampton train and meet Will Still?"
Do not do that,
hey
Jim, because we don't know him. I get your best mates. We don't know him, so just say his full name so we know who you're talking about.
Troy Deeney.
Thank you.
Anyway, so I was able to go. I met Will Still, lovely bloke.
Oh yeah,
good guy. Working hard to get it all moving in the right direction at Southampton, and met Adam Lallana, unbelievable guy. He's going to be an amazing coach. So good looking, yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah.
So lean as well. Still so lean.
What? So yeah, that's what you want to see from him. You don't want to see you don't want Roonified, do you? You don't want Roonified.
Yeah.
What? Jim, can I ask you a question? So you went to Southampton's training ground. You met Adam Lallana, who's now a coach. Is he player coach?
Yeah. So he's one of the coaches, and we went and watched their session. Their training session, and we're able to chat to the coaches, just get a bit.
Was this via the Premier League?
No, Troy's doing his pro license. Troy Deeney's doing his pro license in January. And he's been sort of doing courses with LMA. He's really keen to get back into it all, and he'd be a really good coach. I think there's so much. I did the podcast with him where he explains what happened at Forest Green. There was a lot of madness there, and he's also very willing to take accountability for the fact that he was a player on the Tuesday, he was the manager on the Wednesday, and then there was all this stuff that he was just overwhelmed by, essentially. So now he's going back to it all and trying to sort of learn, but also go to these different training grounds. I think he went up to Middlesbrough. He's been to Derby. And he went to Southampton, which is beautiful. The grass is just beautiful. And I was just I loved it. There's just so much, especially when you've got a footballer next to you to talk to. Or I was chatting to Andrew Sermon, who was a really good player, and he's now one of the sort of young coaches. And you just kind of get there. That everyone's so open and honest when you ask them an open and honest question about what it's like to be a player and then turn into a coach. And I think a lot of them feel quite vulnerable, in the sense of what I did before and made me so successful was with my feet. As a coach, it's got nothing to do with your feet.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, so you don't necessarily have to have... Yeah. I mean, you think Lampard, Gerrard should make wonderful coaches, and Lampard's definitely learning his trade. Mate, I respect Frank Lampard in a big, big way. Obviously, there's this sort of there's an inbuilt hatred towards him because I'm a Spurs fan, but I actually don't. Just what he's done and willing to go back and learn and take the job at Coventry, go to Derby, learn from that, go to a massive job at Chelsea, which would be his dream job, fail there, Everton, fail because he got the sack, and then just go back. He wants to learn constantly. It's really admirable, and that's to see Coventry playing the way they're playing, and they are flying at the moment.
Yeah, they are flying. I think, but I think this is the thing we need to get past. That, just because you failed once, it's ridiculous. This idea that you failed once, that means you're finished. That's madness. It's like YouTube. If you put it to YouTube, you go, you one video and it doesn't do well. Right, let's leave it then. What are you on about?
And should have got the Forest job, should he?
Well, I mean, Andrew's had a long career. I think, and what's interesting about him is that he's been successful, and now is struggling somewhat. So you've always got to keep evolving. The other thing I think I noticed there was how many variables there are in terms of success, how many relationship dynamics you are juggling, personality dynamics you are juggling, and also how important the team around you is. Which is one thing I obviously don't want to say too much about it, but in case you don't want to lose people's trust. But one thing I thought was really interesting, right? So they were doing this session, and Troy explained to me that you'll have your kind of coaches on the side, right? But Will still was taking the session, and they will, on purpose, they will talk more quietly on the side as the sort of session's happening than the manager or the person taking the session, but generally the manager most importantly, because they don't want to like overpower. You don't want to overpower the manager or the person taking that session. So there'd be like the odd little line that you'd say around the sides, or things like the goalkeepers were doing this like this little warm up, and Troy said like, look at the whole pitch. And I looked up, and there was all these things sort of marked out. And because he knows, he was like, they'll go from this, then they're going to do clips into that, then they're going to then they're going to have to hit it in that goal with like full hits. Then they'll go and do a couple of saves in that one. Then they'll move to here to do full long pings to a target man. It was all set up. Like, it's a huge thing with these coaches that you shouldn't be waiting around more than a minute to do something. And it was fascinating.
It's like a little assault course of football activities.
Essentially, yeah, because you don't want them standing still or getting disengaged, or if that's even a word, or the other thing is like getting the running in. Like, how can you get the running in? And even like the markings on the pitch are really interesting. Like, if you imagine a normal goal, they had this mark. I don't know if it was from the halfway line, but if you imagine from the final third on the side to the corner of the penalty box and through to the post, sort of diagonal line. They have that diagonal line there as like a reference because they're filming everything, so that because they want their wingers to make sure they get to that back post. So they kind of have that as like a visual reference for if they are doing it, if they're not doing it, or so they can don't have to sort of think about it twice. It's brilliant. Bloody loved it. It's so
what are you doing with it? Did you just go in to look, or did you?
It's just an opportunity. Like Troy, Troy's got more chance of, obviously, of doing it and having the time to do it. But no, it's just, I think the thing for me, and I imagine everyone else feels the same, is you're on the outside. And so just to see, even just to go and see how they eat and chat to the people that make the food and talk about how it feels when a team's winning or losing, or like your seat, or your status within a group is fascinating. Like he was saying, there was a woman, Amy, she was saying that there was a seat, and that is Fraser Forster's seat. And if someone came and sat in that seat, it'd be like, what are you doing? So there's like, there can be this, like, I guess, powder keg, like, building. Is that a bad analogy? I don't know. I was nervous with powder keg. I don't really understand what it means. But like, there's... But the
powder keg is like something that blows up, isn't it? So it's like it's vulnerable to explosion if you
smashed it.
Yeah.
So there's like, there's so much going on. There's so much going on for every player. Like the relationships are so fascinating and probably on edge a lot of the time, because they're trying to find something again. Southampton clearly, like, having kind of popped down and popped back up, and then and we also got to chat to like the chief scout, who just like rocked up at training, and he was stood there, and he came over, and he was like so lovely, and you just start chatting to him, and he's sort of answering everything. It's amazing. I loved it. So nice to be on the inside. Sorry,
it sounds like it.
I haven't really spoken to anyone about it. Anyway, poo. No, Joe, one thing that we were talking about, Cole Palmer. You want to talk about Cole Palmer?
Yeah, so it's just interesting because he's trademarked his celebration, which is, I think Catherine's in the chat, who's a big Aston Villa fan. I was under the impression that it was Morgan Rogers that did it first when he was at Lincoln.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly. I pulled Lincoln out of the bag. I don't know if you played there.
Was it Lincoln? It might have been. Actually, surely not. It might have been. It's more is it the celebration, or is it the words Cole Palmer? Yeah, that's a bit naughty, I think.
Yeah, so no one can do, and I'll read this out to you. So it's a nickname that's become familiar to anyone with even a passing interest in the Premier League. Now, Chelsea and England playmaker Cole Palmer is successfully trademarked the term Cold Palmer.
That's it.
So I've never heard him being called Cold Palmer ever. But the celebration is interesting.
But why is it that?
Do you remember?
But why is that the celebration, Flav?
No, I understand.
Because he's cold.
No, I understand it, but I've never heard someone call him Cold Palmer before.
Right, he was at Lincoln City on loan, 25 games, 6 goals. There you go.
There you go.
Well done.
But I thought he had to do it. But do you remember Gareth Bale? It was this one.
Yeah.
He trademarked that.
Did he?
Celebration, yeah. Or something similar.
Right.
that. And it's just interesting, really, because as a player who's probably, he hasn't got much of a personality, cold Palmer, has he? Like, how many people are buying?
Well,
cold
don't call him
Palmer?
that. Don't call him that because we're trying to sell this podcast.
True.
Cole Palmer. Yeah, I think it's not like he's gone, right, guys. Hey, guys. Yeah, come take a seat. Yeah. Guys, I've just been percolating, I've just been percolating. And yeah, I know I've got a bit of a slightly different persona out there on the pitch, as you guys know, don't tell anyone. But I was thinking, the Cole Palmer thing, maybe I could just sort of like trademark that. I was thinking it'd be great. I could make loads of money. Like, he's not done that, has he? Someone's gone, look, mate, we're going to do this for you. You just concentrate on your jam sandwiches.
You've heard him speak. So the question here is, isn't Palmer also trying to trademark his goal celebration? And the answer is yes. He has also applied to trademark the shivering celebration that goes along with the cold Palmer idea, which has not yet been registered. The application includes a 2-second video of him performing the signature move. It relates to his celebration for commercial purposes, such as selling clothes or drinks. It does not block any other players from doing the sport. Indeed, the move is also used by Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers, who Palmer first got the idea from. Now,
yeah,
if you're Morgan Rogers, you can't do it anymore. Unfortunately, you've lost it.
That's so muggy, that. I think that's what England training is going to be awkward, isn't it? And they come back.
I don't think he probably doesn't.
In training, he's going to go. Morgan to go like that. And what, mate? Go on.
It's shit.
Fucking sue me.
It's the word. It's a crap celebration.
Nah, it's all right. It's pretty good.
Do you quite like it, dear?
I think it's pretty good. I think it's like, yeah, that's right. I am the man, and I think that's quite. I think that's good. But he has stolen it, and as Ben Shepherd says of This Morning Fame, when Palmer did it, he literally said it was for his mate Rogers. So, yeah, I don't know.
They are best mates too. How can you? I don't want to be mean, but how can you be best mates with Cole Palmer? Surely.
I bet when he's really comfortable, he's relaxed. It's like those couples. You got there's a quiet guy, so the woman like doesn't shush, or the other way around. Like, you got to have a little mix of personalities. So I think it's one where like maybe Morgan Rogers is a chatting one. I don't know.
Yeah,
do you think Morgan Rogers has messaged him? What would he have said? I think I can imagine him going,
"Stop doing that, you sap."
Yeah. Or just like, mate. It's just that.
You're trademarking it. I said use it, don't trademark it. To be honest, you don't. When you think of it, you don't think of Morgan Rogers. Like I say, it's gone. No. The ship sailed. It's not his anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know, I had some devastating news yesterday. Because when it was put to Harry Kane that, do you want to go back to Spurs and score all the goals? Do you want to?
I do like goals.
I love goals, funny enough. But I'm getting loads in Germany, so
that's good.
he didn't immediately say, "Yeah, I'd love to go back to Spurs and break the record." He said, "I'm not sure. I might stay in Germany. I might sign a new contract." But
I mean, what's he supposed to say?
He's supposed to say, "I love Tottenham. I should never have left." That's what he's supposed to say. But nothing. He's said the right thing.
One comment you might have liked last week. Someone said, "Forgive me, I can't remember who you are." It said, Saka loves limping more than Kane loves goals. Is that true?
Absolutely loves a limp, doesn't he? If you're an Arsenal fan, and thank the Lord I'm not, but if you are an Arsenal fan, you're worried. Like I used to get with Harry Kane, he would always hold his ankle when he was down. And you're like, Harry, don't do it. Please don't do it. Because when you're just holding your ankle, you don't understand. That's a flap of a butterfly's wing. You are crushing everybody you're watching this, especially because he's done his ankle a couple of times, Jim.
Yeah. He's had problems with his ankle. He's on fire, isn't he? Absolutely on fire.
It's just the type of goals he's scoring as well. That goal the other day where he just sort of drilled it into the bottom left-hand corner. It's like that isn't normal stuff. No, that is not. And I would say, Haaland's goal against Sunderland, which was delicious for different reasons.
Do you mean Sunderland? Do you mean Brentford?
Sunderland, Brentford. Sorry,
Brentford. Yeah.
Where who is it? Who is it? Van der Berg. He was up against. I can't remember.
Maybe what's his name? Ethan Collins, I think, as well. Just ragdolled.
Fuck it, didn't he? He was just like, nah, you're not having this. And this is not only that; he's going in the net. It was beautiful centre forward play, and not. you think of great goals and you don't think of those, but that was a great goal.
Yeah, because I saw Sam Peoples of Man United won. They got the win, didn't they, against Sunderland? And I saw the goals, and then I was thinking, I wonder what people are saying about it. And I went and saw Sam, and the Seshko's goal was the only thing he could do. And I'm not. This is not digging out Sam, but it's all he could say to try and hype up Seshko's goal was good striker's goal. I was like,
is it
yeah, he was standing.
Seshko, like the S-H.
Is it Sheshko? Don't get me started on names.
I thought it was just Seshko.
I'm all over the place with speaking at the moment. I called is it Jim Ratcliffe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I called him Daniel Ratcliffe last week.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
What have you seen? Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes. Like I'm all over the place, and I apologise. The one thing I with Parma, I thought, where can we go with this? Maybe there's a little bit in this. So I searched. What did I search? Give me a list of things that Premier League footballers would be financially smart to trademark. And name or nickname. So this is what Copilot said. Full name. Trademark your full name. Marcus Rashford. Trademark that whole name. Or the Egyptian king. Salah could do.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's not. He's struggling with the king status right now, isn't he?
I did one like... With hindsight, should they have given him a new contract? Obviously, they should have done because he was the best player in the league last year.
Yeah.
But what if they got it wrong? What if he's now half the player on $400,000 a week for the next 2 years?
The hindsight of it is that if you're gonna keep that same team, play that same way, and revolve around Salah, then yeah. Then yeah, but you're not. But that's not what's happening now, is it? That's the thing.
No. I would. Are you worrying about Liverpool? Like, if you're a Liverpool fan, should you be worried?
Right.
Is a better question.
I think you're absolutely within your rights to go chill out. This is a blip. We're like, we'll be absolutely fine. We're losing there's two sides of it. Are you losing? You're losing those games narrowly. Both to late goals, really late goals.
Yeah, and the ones you won though are late goals.
Yeah, so that's the other side of it. And are they scoring lots and lots of goals? It doesn't feel like they would be scoring lots and lots of goals. Is like who's playing well for them right now? Like we're working on a vid on it at the moment.
Bit of Gravenberch, I reckon. Bit of Gravenberch.
Gravenberch, right. Szoboszlai, but he's kind of playing pretty much everywhere. I had a little chat with Josh, who's brilliant. Redmen fans will know him. He does stuff with Chris Pajak. And we had a chat on Substack. If people are keen getting involved, it's on there. But it was really interesting. Like he was saying, he's talking about trust issues. Like he thinks certain players don't really want to pass to other players right now.
Right.
And just
really?
And I said to him, one bit of a spoiler. I said to him, if you were picking a team, you've got to go in this hall. There's no noise. No one knows what team you're picking, but you've got to win the game to save the world. What's the team that you're picking? And it was a really good exercise because he broadly ended up going with the same team as last year. But as he was working through it, it was taking him ages. And that whereas if you go, same question, Arsenal, you go Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel,
Zubamendi,
Calafiori, if you want to mix it up. Zubamendi, Rice, okay, maybe there's a little bit of mix up with Eze or Odegaard, depending on your preference.
Mm.
You kind of know it's a bit more set in stone. And I think for Liverpool, I think the thing that's interesting is how fast. There's that idea of like failing fast and trying different things and go, okay, that doesn't work. Let's try this. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's try this. But in football, you also kind of need to give it a minute as well. But my big point of it was like there's a lot of players not going where they would like to go.
There's also, you mean systematically?
Yeah.
I think there's also, and it seems very obvious to say, but there must be some pressure, whether it's spoken out loud or exists just in Slott's head, to play these players that have spent a fortune on.
Of course, there's such a pull for that, isn't there? There has to be such a pull for that.
That cannot be at the forefront of a manager's mind. Not that we're guessing, right? But it cannot be a major factor when he's picking his team. That shouldn't be there, but it's inevitably going to be.
Yeah, but they're the future as well.
They've spent £260 million on 2 players. That isn't unheard of.
It's a lot. That's the thing, because the thing is if you've got to change it and you've got to leave someone out, are you better investing in the future or concentrating on people that have been great in the past and are still pretty good in the present?
Well, who's doing it for Liverpool this season? It's Ekitike, and he's on the bench now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. They've got too much quality for this not to work. But the problem is they've just won the league in a weird way. That is a problem. Because the expectation is there, because of the money that's been spent. Arne Slot also said that we didn't really want to buy that additional player, but when Isak is sort of the option to buy him is available, they have to. But it was too much.
Ollie Sage says, why does the price tag mean they have to hit the ground running? It doesn't, but there's pressure and expectation. It's the same with any club, especially I think in 2025 there is that expectation of right, come on then, and yeah. So that's the thing. There's no guarantee. There's higher expectation, and it's not if players aren't going where they want to go right now, and so you're gonna have to You're gonna have to do something. You either revert to last season and go, let's get through this year, and that means life's a bit harder for maybe Wirtz, or you look to the future, and that could make life hard for someone like Salah.
Yes, yeah, indeed. And the thing is, Ollie, is like, they don't have to hit. I'm sure within Liverpool they're not panicking about Florian Wirtz.
But everyone thought they would do. I said they wouldn't. I said they wouldn't.
They wouldn't what?
I said there's a lot. I said this is so hard to bring in all these players and for you to think it's going to click. I said that. So it's not that I agree with you in the sense of I think this is harder because with Arsenal you know what they are and it's about I need this thing here to slot there.
Yeah, whereas Liverpool, 6 years into a project. So
Liverpool, you're changing so much. That's so difficult. So you don't even know what's right or what's wrong until you see it. That's life.
Carragher said it on the overlap. Literally would have been towards the end of last season, before they even won the league. And he said, this is going to be tricky, this transition.
I said in March.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't in any way suggest that you didn't come up with it on your own.
No, you just let me have it then. Why are you story topping? Why are you story topping?
I'm just trying to contribute to the conversation. There's only 2 of us speaking, so I've got to say something. But Jim, Ollie, I don't think the conversations aren't about him hitting the ground running, because that's within the club. They won't be questioning whether or not he's a good player or whether or not he's going to turn out to be brilliant. That is the case. He probably will do. But we, as football fans and the media, will not allow 2 years worth of growth from Florian Wirtz. He either works now or he's a failure. It doesn't mean he is. It just means that's what the narrative would be.
Yeah, but so also generally when you pay that amount of money, that guy is the guy. Look at Harry Kane. You spent that much money and you build the team around him. If you spend that much money, you build the team around him. I think there is a thing in modern football where it's like goals and assists. Like Wirtz isn't as much of a goal and assists guy as others are. But he's so brilliant in other ways. But yeah, name. There's such a long list of players that have been bought for big money and have hit the ground running. There's a long list.
That haven't. Yeah, that have hit the ground running.
Loads. So I don't think you can go. You can't kind of go, oh no, that's not fair. He's let him take his time. No, you spend that much money because he's really, really good. Also, but you can also two things can be true. You can go, is that team platforming him? I'm not sure.
In the right way, yeah. Also, you can't spend 100, and I noticed you said the actual price, 116 million or 130 million euros, which I like to say, on Florian Wirtz, and then get a grace period. You're fortunate enough to have. I'm not attacking you here, Ollie, by the way, but Liverpool fans, you're fortunate enough to be able to spend 260 million euros on 2 players, right? So now we're not giving you grace or time for this to work. It works now, or they're utter failures. Like there was like this unified will for him not to get a goal or assist in that 7th game because of the 007 stuff.
009 now. Kai told me.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you? Oh, no, it's not that.
Did you see
39.8 million? No, 398 million Vietnamese dong. Nice.
My mate said something funny because it said Semenyo is the final piece in the puzzle for Arsenal and Arteta. And he tweeted, it went a bit viral. He went, how many fucking more final pieces do they need? Like, if you can't win the league with what you've got now, give up. Don't just add Semenyo to it.
He's doing well. Video on the Premier League coming out.
Unreal, isn't he? Can I ask you a question, Jim?
Go on.
Semenyo and Adam Wharton to Tottenham. Are we title challengers?
So good. Have you got Moani? You got him on loan?
Moani, rub your hands all over my body. Moani. This is my version of it. Yes, we have got him. He'll be back for the Villa game.
But he's on loan, isn't it? Oh, title challenge this year. Obviously.
No.
When do you get
next year? Just say yes.
Not next year, the year after.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a young squad. It's a young squad.
Can I quickly get your thoughts on Queen's Park Rangers before we move on?
6th in the league, is that good?
Mate,
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, James, I will tell you. I will tell you, and I need you to say it with me. I need you to say it with me because you can start to believe now, Jim.
No, I'm not jinxing
and
that. All I'll say is whisper it.
There's just 3 little words, Jimmy. What do you mean? Look, you don't believe in a jinx. Just say it with me. Jim, 9 games gone, 6 in the... Come on. And look, you got a -1 goal difference, but that was a freak game. Doesn't count.
The thing to remember, guys, is...
Yeah.
The game after the 7-1, we brought in 3 signings. And so I think you start from there.
Yeah, that's where...
Personally. Personally.
I'm just saying.
I think it's a very long way to go. You know?
Yeah, no, Jim, it is a long way to go. You don't want to tempt fate, but something is... How about you just say the middle word and I'll do the other?
I can't. I'm not.
Nah, what's the point?
What's the point? Mine is goal difference. Not good enough.
It's because of that big...
above Tom Garrett's West Brom. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Point clear.
Mate, can I ask you a question? What has Frank Lampard done at Coventry? Have they spent loads of money, or has he just got it all clicking, or what?
He stepped into a good squad. I think that's important.
Which was nearly bottom of the league when he took over.
Yeah, but that wasn't the truth.
Was it not?
They've got a good squad. They had a good settled squad there, and they bought well. Jack Randoni's goodbye. Hadji Wright, Ellis Sims goodbye. Brandon Thomas Santos always lively. Just looking at them now. Got steady players there. Eccles, quite like the left back. What's his name? Oh no, is it Bidwell? No, it's someone else. Can't remember. Anyway, yeah, no, they're good. They're good. They're solid.
Doug King's done a good job, hasn't he? If I remember rightly, it was a bit of at the start, it was a little bit like, is this, because he got rid of Mark Robbins, didn't he? Which was really unpopular.
Yeah.
At the time.
Is it Mark Robbins? I've gone mad.
What did I say?
I'm so scared about names right now.
Yeah. Do you know someone, who is it? Owen said something.
Mark Robbins brilliant. Who is killing it, by the way, at Stoke.
Yeah.
It's lovely to pretend right now. Me and Craigie are pretending and we're happy.
Well, imagine going up together.
Oh, don't. Playoff final.
Ollie Rogers said this earlier. Is Flav calling us Sunderland? James calling our captain Ethan Collins, and it's glad to see we're a staple of the league.
Did I get Ethan Collins wrong?
Yeah, he did.
What is it? What's his surname? Nathan. Is it?
Coventry.
I don't know. I feel like something's changed in me that I just can't remember names anymore.
It's because you're working too much, Jim, and you're not giving your time to rest and your brain time to rest. That's what it is. Luke in the if you want to come and comment on this podcast as we record, you come Patreon. The link's in the description below. But Luke's just said Coventry had spent £30 million on those 4 players. By the way, Luke getting rattled by Coventry, tiny little Coventry, battering everybody. Where you languishing? Where are you? I couldn't even tell you where Birmingham.
They are currently, hang on, let me just scroll down, 16th in the league.
Oh, that isn't good.
How Wrexham getting on? 18th.
The money they've spent, Jesus. Fair play to Frank Lampard.
No, he's doing well. Right, let's do all the bits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, the 2-hour shower says, ironically, I can only poo whilst looking at Uncle Poo's face.
That's weird.
4-4 Dognut. Literally, the comment beneath said, I'm literally having a poo when James said that. So there was a lot of that last week. This is mental. Ben, I'll just say Ben, just in case. He's got nothing to be ashamed of at all. But just in case. Mark Gillam's fuming. Love this pod. Watch as soon as it comes out. I always feel too awkward to double comment. Oh no, this isn't the comment I was thinking of. I feel too awkward to double comment. There's things I want to comment on in the moment, and then something else I want to comment on later, but I end up not commenting at all. Comment away. Last week we were talking. We were saying about when do people comment? Do they double comment? Paul Casey did that. We will be hearing from later. But it's okay to comment. I was just interested. Do you want to do Stinkgate? When do you want to do Stinkgate?
Yeah, just get it done.
Okay. Oh, here you go. This is one. SMC. I'm certain this is a Jaffin first. I usually listen to the pod while working at home, but last week I saved it for when I went in for my hair transplant surgery.
Oh.
Good for you, mate.
So he was listening to this while he is having his hair transplant. Can I just say, if you have any doubts about whether or not it will work, my mate Lee, who had no hair, he had no hair, and so much so that he took it. They had to take him they couldn't get enough of the back of his head, and that's take it from his unfortunately not his pubes, but his neck.
Wow.
And they transport, and mate, his hair is like it looks so good.
Light and feathered. Wow.
And he's not even there yet. He's not even like the fullness. This isn't the final form of it. So this will look great, mate. Well done. Good for you.
Good. He says there's no better way to block out the sound of a surgeon drilling into your skull than with the dulcet tones of James and Flav. Thanks, lads. Well, hey, thank you for the comment.
Yeah. Cheers.
Right. Stinkgate update. So, a couple of weeks ago, Ollie was saying that he goes to the footy. I can't remember what team it is. Ollie here. Tell us what team it was. And there's 2 lads and they honk. Flav's advice was, go up to him and go, look.
Tell him they fucking stink.
Yeah. He said, great advice all round. Oh, he says, Stinkgate update. Great advice all round. I would love to say I said it to their face, but I have zero relationship with them. They leave 10 minutes early before every half, moan they miss all the goals, and then proceed to play Pokemon. They go... Then proceed to play Pokemon Go during the game. That stuff winds me up. If you're having a quick look at your bets, fine. Or if you're having a look at like an app for something, fine. When you're mucking about on Snapchat or whatever it is, just like watch the bloody game. I fear to go for a straight comment and not to sound attacking. I need to not despise their existence. So I decided to go for the passive-aggressive comment. Okay. So it's an early kickoff. I would imagine early kickoff, they shouldn't smell as bad, should they?
And it depends. If they're not washing at all, then it's not. What's happened here?
Right, here we go. Passive aggressive comment. It was an early kickoff, so the putrid odour hasn't had its opportunity to grow along with the day's heat. I would give them a 7 out of 10 on the stank scale. If I had to guess, they may have washed on Wednesday, but no sooner. So obviously a Saturday game. They were there when we got to the seat, so I used that as an opportunity to start with an audible sniff. And to my mate, does it smell around here to you? 10 minutes later, he's gone again. It smells like someone ran here.
They're being too nice. So you got to just it's.
And then, just as they were leaving on the 34th minute for their halftime pie, I gagged and coughed as they started walking past. They didn't have a halftime freshen up, but let's see next home game if they took the hint on board. Okay, Good luck. Part 3, exciting. I hope it does work. I hope there's been a change.
I don't want a part 3 unless you've told them that they just stink. Like they need to stop coming and stink. I don't want you to read out another one going, "Oh, I'm hinting." Fucking tell them.
Right. Whilst we're doing about talking, maybe I'll just do. Why did I say that? This is a Luke Bing. Why did I say that? So me and my girlfriend went to a live. This is brilliant. Went to a live taping of the Fantasy Football Show with Matt Lucas and Reece James. I think it's Ellis James, isn't it? Anyway, before you go, they ask you to wear a football shirt of the team you support. So I went in a Spurs shirt. It was the weekend of the North London derby, so they made us sit dead centre front row. When Matt Lucas came out to warm up the audience, he saw me straight away and asked if I was going to the game on the weekend. Instead of saying something, his guard was up. Instead of saying something like, "No, it's away at the Emirates, it'll be hard to get tickets," I said, "If I've got time." To this day, I don't know why I said that. The studio went silent with the awkwardness. It was at this point that he realised I have a slight Yorkshire twang to my accent. He asked about where I was from and why I support Tottenham. Instead of saying something like, "Well, my dad is a Spurs fan, so was his dad." Maybe I was still on the back foot from the previous answer, but I quite firmly said, "Family ties, don't worry about it." Horrible. With no other explanation. Ellis James chimed in, stating that even though I had family ties, stating that even though I had family ties that aren't to be worried about, that I should still support my local club. Fair enough. So this was the final nail in the coffin. I, for some reason, was under the impression that he was a Liverpool fan. I said, "Well, it's a bit like you supporting Liverpool when you're from Wales. He supports Swansea." After making me aware that there was another spell of dead silence, and I mean dead, he swiftly moved on like a true professional. And then I had to pretend to laugh at the show for 3 hours whilst they had to do various pickups. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. I have no idea why I said any of it. To make things better, I had a 2-hour train from London to Sheffield to reflect on the worst day of my life.
Nice.
Tough.
Good.
If I've got the time. You guys to the game, so if I've got the time. It's none of your concern. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Everyone's listening. Living rent free. So maybe a new bit. Let's see what happens. Project Pundit. He says, "I've got a QPR career mode. And since I've been promoted to the Prem, I imagine James and Flav talking about the fixtures I play. This keeps it real for me. I know for a fact James would have an ancient monolith for the start to life Jefferson Lerma's made. He was a free agent when we got promoted. So that in isolation wasn't that interesting. It was nice. It's nice that we're on your minds, guys. Living rent free. Mm-hmm. But there was like the three comments underneath. So Celtic 69 went, I have something similar, mate. But it's Sims, and me, Jim, and Flav are in a throuple. Ellis Carr says, I do this. I just qualified for the Champions League, won back-to-back FA Cups with Forest Green and Football Manager. And I picture James and Flav waxing lyrical about my tactical adaptability, focus on young players, not overspending. Apparently, and then rang Ryan Gowenda, said, genuinely did the exact same thing with QPR. There are no original experiences. So we're just in people's lives, Flav. How do you feel about that?
I think we underestimate how much that probably is the case. Like, this lad said that when he was talking about, I can't remember what it was. It was like he was talking about, I don't know. It's like something about the New England squad or something like that. And he referred to us as my mates have said this. Like he'd listened to the podcast and said, my mates have said this. Look, it happens. It's a parasocial relationship that you have with podcasters, and it's fine and it's healthy as long as it doesn't go over the beyond the pale where you start turning up at the houses and stuff and masturbating into our bins.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah. Although the bin does stink. Would that be better?
Yeah.
Probably not. Here's an I'm calling it. Now, can you spot when our beloved dry sluggies, probably most of them, decided to what they had a problem with? So Greg said, hearing that Jim bumped into Garnacho and caused very mild upset has helped ease the trauma and embarrassment of my wife bumping into Darwin Núñez in the breakfast queue at Disneyland Paris this summer, causing him to spill his sausage and beans all over his shoes. Absolute disaster.
No chance. He's not eating sausage and beans.
Bingo. Very good. Daniel agrees. Darwin Núñez having sausage and beans. I call bullshit. Emily Sal says, this is so funny. I wish it was real. Greg, have you got any receipts? Little HMRC jobby.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Ex-pros are just so fearful right now, aren't they, with the HMRC guy?
Yeah, it's such a simple thing, but
it's so true because I think a lot of fans, they know it. Like Holloway always talks about how we should have won the Premier League, but we lost to in 1993, but we lost to Swindon twice. Swindon were in the Prem in 1994, Ian, and it drives me mad. And he brings it up a lot.
I genuinely think there's this thing, and it happens. I think we all do it as humans, which is what isn't being taken into account here. Is that your brain can convince you that something is true, even if it isn't. If you say it long enough and you believe it long enough, then you start believing it, and it is true to you, even if it isn't. So, Jay Boothroyd might have had a conversation similar. Nearly did it. Got it right though. Yeah. Might have had a conversation where Wenger sort of half said what he thought he said, and his brain has just filled in the gaps. That is completely understandable.
Yeah.
It's just stupid because he was
Carlton Palmer.
Yeah, that was
Carlton Palmer. That was wild.
Yeah,
we locked him up in 1991. he was like 8.
He said he should have been the man of the match for the. Do you remember the game we went out to the Netherlands and Ronald Koeman scored a free kick and should have been sent out and they beat us 2-0?
Yeah,
was it 2-0, 1-0? Carlton Palmer said he should have been the man of the match in that game. And you're like, wouldn't
he didn't play?
He played 45 minutes. No one has ever been a man of the match for playing 45 minutes.
No, I can't.
No.
A couple of power moves, one for you, one for me. One for you, unbelievable work. Nicky says, unbelievable work from Flav to up the Jaffa watch time by saying he wants to talk about Arsenal later to make Arsenal fans wait to then never talk about Arsenal. Incredible work from Uncle Pooh. I do that a lot.
You mean to, but then it just slips away.
Yeah, exactly. Paul Casey, who's doing well with the comments recently. Greatest power move in Jaffin history. 31 minutes. James makes Flav lose his train of thought. Flav makes Flav apologise. Then reminds Flav what he was meant to be saying.
I don't remember that happening, but it made me laugh a lot.
Bertie said, so subtle but beautiful. And Hiffen said, that is genuinely fucked. Jim's a mastermind. Didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do it.
That's when you chucked in fucking the sour grapes thing, and it just threw me completely.
Yeah, and I knew it. I knew you were like paddling. Just going, how do I get there? This isn't normal. Unknown practitioner. Thoughts on this, Flav? Ready?
Yep.
I like this bit, so please put your this isn't normal thing. Last week we had the guy whose dad, a mum, just only has crockery from Wetherspoons.
That's right. Yeah, she steals it all.
Yeah. So this isn't normal. My parents store the toaster away in the cupboard between uses.
I've seen this.
And in the corner cupboard of all places. I've told them time and again that a toaster is usually left on the worktop between uses for ease of access. But they weren't having any of it. And they have toast every single day.
Yeah, that's crazy. My dad hides his microwave in a cupboard.
Yeah, people do that, don't they?
They open the cupboard and use the microwave and then close the cupboard after.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit strange. But
is the microwave a bit of an eyesore? Is that the idea? You should ask your dad about it.
There is an eyesore, yeah. It looks like a normal microwave to me. I would have it on the side, but he doesn't want it on display. So,
right.
Are you stifling a yawn then? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
I saw it.
Oh, it's only a little one. It's only a little one.
I do it all the time. I'll give you a big one. Oh, there you go.
It's literally impossible, isn't it? Is it? But like to your mouth, you can't go. You can go like, how can you do it?
Look at that.
And we'll finish with this, shall we?
Yeah.
Luke, right? A little game here as well for the beloved patrons. I've got two bits. So first of all, celebration story. I'm a manager of a Sunday League team in Chesterfield. We were 7-0 up against bottom of the league when we got a free kick with 2, maybe 3 minutes left. 7-0 up. A lad from our team who rarely plays and is always on the bench came on the pitch to take a free kick as the side that we were playing was his old team. What's he gone and done? He's only gone and done it. He's absolutely twatted it in the top corner. And he didn't care that it was now 8-0 and the goal meant square root of jack shit. He ran around the back of the goal and then up the line to celebrate with me and the rest of the bench. He attempted taking his top off in celebration. However, due to him being slightly a porky fella, not my words, the top got stuck on his moobs. He then had to be helped. Had to be helped. He had to be helped back into it and assisted in getting the top back over said moobs and belly. He eventually managed it, only for his eyes to be met by the ref still booking him for taking his shirt off. Beautiful. Paid his yellow card fine. Well worth it, though. That was well worth it. Even though it's 8-0. That's great. Yeah. There's nothing like a Sunday League gem from a portly man.
And one final question for everybody is, have you finished there?
I've got one last thing which we can finish off, but yeah, go on.
Is Iraola the best manager in the Premier League? Why not? Tell me why not. Tell me why not.
Has he got a plan B?
Who cares? Tell me why not. Tell me who can lose his entire back line and the goalkeeper and make them better.
Yeah. Shows how important recruitment is as well. But yeah, he's amazing. He's really good. Where will he be next? Yeah, pound for pounds, isn't he?
What, if you're Manchester United, would you buy Glasner? Or would you bring in Glasner or would you bring in Iraola?
The problem they've got is, like, are they going to stick with this 3 at the back thing? I personally still don't believe they've got the profiles right. I also think the way that Glasner sets them out is very different, but part of that, like, confidence that they have is the reps that group has, but also the centre backs that they have and the wing backs that they have. So I think there's a lot of things at play there. So Glasner going in there, it's not a cookie cutter thing. It's really not.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go away from that, but has Iraola got the energy to get them going?
Yeah, I think Glasner has the gravitas and the decorum to manage Man United.
Yeah, I think you're right. The point I meant was, like, can that team run hard enough for what Iraola wants?
Basically, the biggest problem isn't really the manager, is it, at Manchester United, as it appears?
It feels like that. Did win their last game, though. Because, we had this video ready to go with, like, Glasner and Amorim and the differences between the two of them. And then we were like, this seems harsh. They've won a game. Like, stop kicking while they've, like, just got on their knees. So we're holding it back for now. All right, the final bit, a bit of a quiz here as well. Darren Adams. Football characters. We were talking about that before with the Stinkgate thing. At home games, there's a guy known as the Capillo Whistler. Now, Capillo is the ground that this team plays at. Don't search it, Flav.
Right, I'm not going to.
I literally just saw you type it.
I was typing Portsmouth, the Championship league table, actually.
Okay.
I don't even have to spell what you just said, and I've already forgotten what you just said.
Right. Cheers. We are hitting the hour mark. We have. There you go. What team is it? Can you guess? Does anyone know the ground? I had Capello. Cappiellow. Don't Google it.
I've never heard of that word in my entire life.
Neither had I, but I love that we've got a fan from this club. I think it's wicked. So thank you, Darren. He says, they've got this guy called the Capello Whistler. It's an abnormally loud whistler who no one can trace. They can be heard in highlights. You can hear them at the games, but their identity has never been released. At one point in my life, I actually thought it was my dad who was a loud whistler, but I've now stood with him for the best part of a decade and I've never heard a peep from him. It's a myth. It's the stuff of legend within the club, apparently. The Capello Whistler.
No one knows who it is.
No one, because, obviously...
They can kind of throw the way the whistle, because some people can do that.
They can throw it.
I like that.
But you would have thought the sound, you go, it's there.
We used to have a guy at the old White Hart Lane, and before kickoff, you'd always hear he's in the East Stand, right up the top. You'd hear,
that's nice.
Every single game.
We've got Joe. The guy literally sits behind me, and he looks a bit like Louis Theroux. He sat behind me for over 20 years, and he works at a Guinness factory. He's got a great voice, lovely growl to it. He's had it like obviously his whole adult life that I've been sat there, and he's great at going, "Yeah, I'm on you, super, oopsa,
oopsa."
Really good. Yeah, I'm all right, yeah. Just a little bit of growl in there, a little bit of gravel.
Ours for the league.
No.
Right, I've literally got to pick up my daughter. She's gonna be waiting for me.
Fair enough. The correct answer was Greenock Morton.
What was it? Capello.
Capello, yeah.
How do you spell that?
Cappiellow. Become a patron. Join us for the mailbags.
Where is that?
It's
up in Scotland.
Yeah.
So not. Yeah. Oh man, imagine the standard. Ugh.
Do you know, when I put this in, I thought I bet he makes some sort of shitty comment like that.
Imagine the standard. Imagine having to go and watch Greenock Morton.
Imagine channel balls everywhere.
Makes you sick, doesn't it? The thought of it.
Right, have a great weekend, everyone. See you later.